friends there with Jason's Deli. My friends, I saw a lot of people I know from around town that I see very often around town, and especially at Jason's Deli. They like to say at Jason's Deli, wholesome food forever. It's a family thing. Almost 200 Memphis area employees still thriving in business and could not have done it without you. They always tell everybody thank you for coming into their businesses and help their business and helping them during this very trying time. And now you can get all those great soups like the fire roasted tortilla, the organic vegetable, the tomato basil. I got the chili with sour cream, onions, cheese on top, all the salads, the fresh garden salad. It's all you care to eat for one price, fresh organics, dozens of toppings, cheeses, fresh made sides, and famous mini muffins. If you're thinking about an early dinner right now, head over to Ridgeway Road, Poplar and Highland, Olive Branch, or the Cordova location. The great salad bar, over 30 items to choose from just from it. They will prepare it for you. Plenty of organic food to choose from at Jason's Deli. Check them out online at jasonsdeli.com. And if you go inside, wrap it up with the free ice cream.
Love that stuff. Did you see the sneer that Tyler Hero had at the end of the game the other night?
I did.
Did you see the side-by-side pictures of Tyler Hero and Elvis Presley? The exact
striking
same
The young
sneer.
Elvis.
The young Elvis. It was unbelievable.
The fun in Acapulco Elvis.
We will chat with our friend Ron Tillery, the original beat writer of the Grizzlies, about this game and a whole lot more. He comes your way next.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through lunch daily from 10 to 1.
Well, lunch is served.
Only on Sports 56, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
Hulu has live sports, which means you can watch football on Hulu Plus Live TV. That's right, from the biggest games to your favorite players like Baker Mayfield. Catch the action live on Hulu. Plus, get access to over 65 live channels and the largest streaming TV library, including exclusive originals and the hottest shows and movies. Start your free trial today so you don't miss a moment. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Learn more at hulu.com.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday baked chicken, Tuesday chicken fried steak, yum, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $7.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $9.99. And veggie plate, $8.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Hey, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Mondays, karaoke. Tuesdays, Debbie Jameson. Wednesdays, Elmo and the Shades. Thursdays, Eddie Smith. And the best Memphis music all weekend at Neil's Bar and Grill.
Where the fat man rocks.
Upgrade your commute at Acura of Memphis. Seize the thrill and test drive one of our award-winning models, each packed with cutting-edge technology, luxurious amenities, and a driving experience that's sure to awaken your inner self. Driving shouldn't be a chore, it should be an adventure. Advance your drive today, shop our aggressive lease and finance options now. Luxury is waiting at Acura of Memphis, or shop online 24/7. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Welcome back to Sports Time on Sports 56 with Waldo and Stats. This hour of Sports Time is brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Here once again are Dave Woloshin and Brett Norsworthy.
Already, we've got a couple of baseball games in the books. Atlanta leading the series with Miami now, 1-0. They knock off the Marlins 9-5 today. In the bottom of the sixth, Oakland A's are batting 2 outs. Nobody on. Houston already a 5-2 lead in that one. They lead that series 1-0. This
Billy
would be
Ball
2.
wins nothing.
Well, why did you pick him? I don't understand
know.
that. You're just bitter. I just can't believe how you could be picking a team. You've been slandering Billy Beane for
his Hall of Fame admission.
You've been knocking him,
I can go on anything from here on
for I don't know how many years.
He's never won anything.
He never wins anything.
It doesn't.
And then you go pick him.
It doesn't.
And I pick the cheaters, the Astros. The cheaters I pick.
I mean, it's never excited Oakland. They don't sell any tickets when you can.
Well, if the Bears lose on Thursday night to the Bucks, I know what I'm getting now. I'm going to go see my friend at the Spirit Shop. This is not a spot, but I'm going to go see Eddie Connor, and I'm going to get me boom bourbon.
That's a cry for help.
I love that. Boom.
Pick me up a bottle while you're there.
Bourbon. We'll share it. How's that?
I want to hear the first hangover from Boom Boom's Whiskey.
In the meantime, it's time to talk with the original beat writer of the Memphis Grizzlies. So much going on with the NBA. The young man from the south side of Chicago, Ron Tillery, joins us now. Looks like Bam Adebayo is going to make an appearance tonight. I don't think Dragic is going to. It was a very impressive Jimmy Butler the other night, the ex-Bull and 76er. He had a triple-double with 40 points. My goodness, it was one of those really incredible performances for
Keep
the
the music
ages.
going.
It was outstanding, Ron Tillery. Do you think we got a series now?
I think we do. Late breaking news, I guess, before we came on during the break, is that the Athletic is reporting that Dragic is going to warm up and see if he can give it a go.
Wow, that is news.
So if they get those two guys back in the fold, and with the young kids,
game on.
Yeah, with the young kids having the jitters out of their systems, it could be game on. But yeah, Jimmy Butler was outstanding. I know we use that word superstar very loosely, but I mean, here's a star player who is so selfless and makes the guys around him so much better. And you saw it. I know we're focused on that 40-point triple-double, but the plays he was making, to involve everybody were just tremendous. He not only willed his team to win, he dominated the game. It's so much so that LeBron had to walk off the court with 10 seconds left.
It also was an Eric Spoelstra win. He has had a good bubble. He has had a great NBA career. If he gets one with this cast of characters, his Hall of Fame status will be cemented.
Yeah, I tell you what, I agree with that. When you look at Game 4 tonight, I think we're going to start to see which trend, continues. So what I'm saying when I say that is the Lakers shot ridiculous from three-pointer in the first two games, and they didn't turn the ball over. Well, in Game 3, they turned the ball over 10 times, I think, in the first quarter, had 19 for the game, didn't shoot the three well because, what they had done from the three was just not in their formula. And so what the Miami Heat did was they bottled up Anthony Davis, they crowded him, they made him turn it over, and they tried to make him a playmaker. So now you come back and you on offense, you got Jimmy Butler saying, "Look, give me the ball." Then you got the shooters, Hero and Duncan, saying, "Okay, I'm in the finals now. I got over the jitters. Give me the ball. I can make some shots." And if Bam can get over the shoulder injury and be effective, that's an added bonus. And Dragic, even at his age, has been playing very well throughout the bubble playoffs. So I said a long series. I did predict the Lakers in 7, but I'm going to go with the Heat tonight.
Wow! If the Heat win tonight, the pressure is really on the L.A. Lakers.
Oh, the critics come out to play.
I would think, and I don't know that Anthony Davis handles it well. Look, LeBron's lived this his whole life. Anthony Davis has not. Anthony Davis had all that talent with him at Kentucky, and John was propping him up, and
they won it,
and they did win it, and he was incredible. And he went to a place where there's not a lot of pressure in New Orleans, and he played really well. I'm not putting him down at all, but I can tell you there's a show that comes on, and I'll promo it because they do a good job. Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. And the Odd Couple. The Odd Couple is on after us most nights on this radio station. And they were saying right when the playoffs were beginning, both of them, because they live in L.A., they were both going, how many games will Anthony Davis not show up in the fourth quarter? Because apparently that's his sort of M.O. in Los Angeles. And I think when he plays well, the Lakers win, because I think you're always going to get a pretty good performance out of LeBron. So he's like the key, and they took him out of the game. If they do that again tonight, if this guy does not play great tonight, I don't think that they win. And if Miami wins this game tonight, I think this is a critical game. I think Miami will win the series.
Well, I think it's a long series, and to your point, Waldo, about Anthony Davis, what he doesn't understand that LeBron understands is you have got to stay out of foul trouble. You got to figure out a way to stay on the floor. I mean, he not only was he throwing the ball away, but he was just getting ridiculous fouls that just disrupted the flow of the game for him and his teammates. And I really think Anthony Davis will bounce back. And LeBron, as you put it, will get his numbers. But the key for Miami is their others outplaying the Lakers' others. Their others are better. They're better shooters. They're better playmakers. Better all the way around. And so the Jay Crowders and, like I said, the Heroes and the Duncans. They have got to play well to neutralize what really are misfits on the Lakers coming off the bench.
Tyler Hero's been outstanding. I mean, let's face it. He wasn't supposed to be the best rookie on that team. Wasn't even voted that way at the end of the regular season. But in this bubble, he's become a bona fide great player.
His greatness in this bubble, is the bubble help that? Would he be like that going to Staples, Ron?
Well, that's a great point, Stats. I think that's why Scottie Pippen is so strong about this being bubble basketball, because they play basketball in a pickup game,
summer league,
and then they just go back to their rooms. There's no travel. You don't play in a hostile environment. And as we all know, having followed the league for so many years, role players tend to play better at home. They tend to struggle in a hostile environment. So to answer your question, I'm not so sure Hero plays that well if he's in Staples. But you can't take anything away from the kid. I mean, he aside from game one, he's kind of snapped back. But I just like the way the Miami Heat plays. They play team basketball. They're selfless. They're always looking for the open man. If you notice, a lot of times the shot clock is down to 2 and 3, and they still get a great shot.
Yeah,
and it goes in. And so they have patience within their offense. They will guard you because of Jimmy Butler's toughness. He demands that. And now having said that, the Lakers have the two best players on the floor every night. I mean, not just one; they got two.
Right.
And LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But if the Heat's role players can outplay the Lakers' role players, I think they give themselves a shot.
I love Jay Crowder. I love that story. I've said this many times.
I loved him here.
And Brett, you and I have talked about. I thought he was a really terrific. I just loved his passion when he was at Marquette. I knew he was going to be a good player, And when he was here, I think he loved Memphis. I really do. I don't think he wanted to go. Of course, now he's happy he did.
Because he really wasn't going to be a part of playoff years here.
No. And how many chances do you really get to win a ring? And he's got one right now, even though they're not the favorites. But he's the epitome of that sort of thing you're talking about, Ron, where they work together as a team, and he'll take that shot if no one's on him, but he's also the first guy to, if he sees somebody inside with a better shot, he'll give it up.
Yeah, I tell you what, when I was talking about how we use superstar loosely, we use glue guy loosely. But Jay Crowder, as you guys just described him, is the epitome of a glue guy. What I love about his story is he will tell you as he's bounced around, he's had to take on different roles. For example, he was in Memphis. He had to be the veteran leader. First time ever in his career. He took it on, and he was great. Now he's in Miami, and he's got to be a role player. Somebody needs to step up on any given night behind Jimmy Butler, and he's taking that on. Great character, great teammate. I mean, you just have to be happy for him. And then you have to really appreciate his contribution and his willingness to adapt to the situation.
Ron, would the Heat consider playing more zone and maybe full game zone tonight?
That's one thing that when I watch the games, I think that's one thing the Lakers have been effective at. They kind of busted the Heat out of the zone. I think Miami's been kind of selective on when they play it, and that's because LeBron is so smart, and he attacks it, and he knows how to find. That's why he's getting these numbers, the high assists, high rebounds. And that's why I think it's so important for Bam to come back, because it'll allow Miami to play straight up just a little bit more. Now, it's the difference between obviously playing zone and trapping, say, an Anthony Davis. But I think the Lakers just busted that zone right up in games 1 and 2. And maybe have taken that out of Miami's arsenal.
Well, whatever they did to cause 20 turnovers in Game 3, that was pretty good.
Well, they turned Anthony Davis into a playmaker.
Right.
So as you noticed, especially in that first quarter, he was throwing the ball to you and me in the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, so they just weren't giving him space. They weren't letting him see the floor. They weren't giving him clean looks. And so it wasn't so much of a zone. It was just so much as crowding him and making him make plays as opposed to LeBron.
What will the adjustment be? How do you get the ball to him where he doesn't have to be the playmaker? He just gets it down low to do his thing. Because there's no one can match up with him, even at Adebayo.
Well, here's what I do expect. I think the Lakers are going to decide, listen, we're not a three-point shooting team. We can't take 40-something threes.
42.
All series. And you got Anthony Davis too far away from the basket. I'm looking for them to get him down on the block. I'm looking for LeBron to be more mid-range. I'm looking for them to punish with the Heat with their size in the half court and not settle. And that's what the Lakers have been doing. Even though they won the first 2 games, they still were settling. But the Heat are just so much better shooting the basketball that they can't, go tit for tat with 3-point shots. And so I think that's one way of getting Anthony Davis off, is just make sure he's within the foul line, mid-range to the basket. Because even Bam, as good as he is, I mean, once Anthony Davis gets the ball close to the basket, it's a bucket.
No, yeah, there's nobody can stop him. I agree with you, Ron. That's good stuff. Can't wait to see it tonight.
Enjoy it, Ron.
We'll chat about it again next week.
All right. Sounds good, guys.
Thank you, Ron.
Terrific. Thank you, Ron. We appreciate it. That is Ron Tillery, the original Grizzlies beat writer. He's brought to you by Conway Services, heating, cooling, plumbing, electric, and, of course, the great Super 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up. It is. It really is outstanding. And right now, John's always trying to help you out in one way or another. Right now, how about a free heating system safety check? So you are now going to get the 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your system for only $69. That's where they come in, they adjust the 16 points, they put the new filter in, they go outside and they will get all the dirt and leaves and grime out of that outside unit. But here's the thing he's doing now. He will check a heating system safety check is what he calls it, and he makes sure it's ready for the winter, and it includes a carbon monoxide test, and he does that all for $69. All you got to do is make the call. 384-3511. Make sure your system's efficient. Make sure it's safe. No carbon monoxide. Let Conway do that for $69. 384-3511. That's the number to Conway. Back in just a minute. When we return, it's crunch time.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio. We are Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Ben Swinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Ben Swinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. 2 Memphis locations, one in Midtown, on Hollywood Street across from the Liberty Bowl, and one in Cordova, off Germantown Parkway next to the Fox and Hound. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Ben Swinger Glass.
I'm here with the great Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Restaurant Shipping Department.
Thanks, Brett. We've been shipping our ribs all over the country now for decades from our USDA-inspected shipping kitchen in the Pinch District. We hand-cook our ribs in pits that Mr. Charlie built over charcoal, just like they do at the restaurant.
So what comes in a rib box?
We could do pork shoulder, we could do ribs, our sauce, seasoning, baked beans, coleslaw. We'll even throw in Pancho's cheese dip with our nacho boxes. We also put a bag of Rendezvous seasoned popcorn, heating instructions, some chef hats, some wet naps, and some other helpful tips from our kitchen. We ship our ribs overnight, exclusively FedEx. And we put them in nice packaging. We don't ever want to use styrofoam, so we use corrugated cardboard, actually 2 boxes that fit nice together, so the ribs get to you, your loved ones, or your clients in a safe, wholesome manner. Rendezvous ribs are perfect for out-of-town clients, customers, loved ones. We also ship ribs for any occasion.
Where do we order these great ribs?
You can go to www.hogsfly.com or give us a call at 1-888-464-7359.
Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous Restaurant in the alley since 1948.
Napa know-how. At Napa, you can buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $27.99. And as a bonus, you'll score a $10 gift card by mail-in rebate. That's like a cherry on top of the cherry on top of your oil change. So get $10 back by mail when you buy a jug of Mobil 1. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 10/31/20.
Family Leisure's done it again. We're talking about the world's biggest spa sale. Up to 30% off on spas and swim spas. Choose from hundreds of different spas from multiple manufacturers. There is special financing available, and if you are in the market, special pricing now as summer starts to dwindle on chemicals and accessories. Always professional delivery available. The spas are going crazy at Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road.
Welcome back to Sports Time on Sports 56 with Waldo and Stats. This hour of Sports Time is brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Here once again are Dave Voloshin and Brad Norsworthy.
Come on, Muhammad, that we hit fame. We beat you with the deal, we get insane.
Another day that just went by so quickly. So glad you could be with us. It all started with the good news that the University of Memphis is going to have more people, triple just about what they had for the game on September the 5th against Arkansas State. The Shelby County Health Department easing restrictions on social distancing. Remember, originally 18 feet. It's been at 12 for a long time. Now both inside and outside, 6 feet social distancing. A week from Saturday, there'll be 12,000 at the Liberty Bowl to watch the rivalry game with UCF. We are seeing some good times, that is for sure. Time for crunch time.
Go crazy, folks! Go crazy! This is for all the biggest crunch time. You are looking live. In your life have you seen anything like that? Goodbye!
Boop! Choo-choo!
What's happening, big dog? How you doing?
It's obviously crunch time.
Hammer, nail, coffin, this baby is over.
All one, all two, all three, take.
Time for Taco Bell Crunch Time. Taco Bell, home of the crispy tortilla chips, topped with a double portion of either seasoned beef or shredded chicken, plus refried beans, nacho cheese sauce, reduced fat sour cream, guacamole, and a 3-cheese blend. Nachos Bel Grande, heaping portion of chips, topped with ground beef, tomatoes, beans, nacho cheese sauce, and a dollop of sour cream. Taco Bell, home to great food you get on your way home real fast, and they bring you crunch time every day.
Dave, here's what I learned today. Adam Gase, Dan Quinn, Doug Marrone, Matt Patricia, and maybe even Mike Zimmer. One of those guys is up next on the NFL hot seat. Won't be surprised if all these coaches are gone before next year begins. Jets, Jacksonville, Detroit. Those are awful jobs, and they have been for a long time.
I would have to say in that group, Dan Quinn's the next one. Matt Patricia would be the one after that.
Gase.
Gase is, but that's just his second year, isn't it? Is it his second or his third?
Second or third, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't look the part.
I think if it's a second, he's not going to go. I learned today that the NBA plan for next year is getting closer and closer to being decided. Of course, people will, in stands will be a part of that equation. The NBA Players Association Executive Director Michelle Roberts said that you can pretty much kiss goodbye on a regular basis the fall to summer schedule. That they're not going to start, we know, until late January next year, and it could be later to try to accommodate people, and that the schedule we know is exhibitions in October and the games begin in November. Say goodbye to that. It's not going to happen anymore, and that's really going to be a good thing, I think, for college basketball.
I think so. I hope so. It'll really leave a sports vacuum. Could have done without everyone already centered on Lane Kiffin versus Alabama and Nick Saban on Saturday. But every word Lane Kiffin says about his time at Alabama has been appreciative, I think sincere. And we know this. He wouldn't be back in the SEC without Nick Saban. Lane Kiffin needed Nick Saban. Nick Saban didn't need Lane Kiffin.
No. Nick Saban he's been a rehabilitator.
Oh, it's been the Nick Saban car wash.
Including Butch Jones right now.
Mm-hmm.
That
may need extra scrubbing.
Honestly, there's no doubt Lane Kiffin owes him. Because he doesn't get that job at Florida Atlantic.
He doesn't.
If not for Nick Saban. And then, of course, he had to do the job at Florida Atlantic, which he did. But he wouldn't have had that opportunity if not for Nick Saban, as you say, rinsing away in the car wash
I think
all
people,
of the
if they'll
sledge that went with him.
If they'll watch Lane Kiffin a little more, I think they'll see what I've seen. It's been all business. No over-promising and under-delivering. In fact, it's been the opposite, and I think that's needed at Ole Miss.
I noticed that in the two interviews that I've listened to intently, one with Richard Cross in the locker room after the loss the first game, and then the other night on Reb Talk. And it's a guy who's really driven, who's really intense.
He is.
He's not the goofball
Very
guy
focused.
that we have seen in the past. I could have done without a couple of things, I guess. One, Tony Finau testing positive for COVID, so he had to withdraw from the Shriners Hospital. We wish him a speedy recovery and hope it's asymptomatic for sure. And then this today, and this is actually a cool story. For the very first time ever, a female qualifier has made it to the French Open semifinals. Her name is Nadia Podoroska. So she knocked off a fairly weak seed today.
The weather's been a challenge at the French Open. It's been very cool.
She could actually play another qualifier who's playing right now. But
2020.
The point for this is Serena had an injury and wasn't able to play. Serena would have walked away with this thing so easily.
It opened up
what a shame.
It opened up a lot of spots. Keeping a close eye tonight on a bunch. Will we have a 2-2 series or be on our way to a gentleman's sweep? Jimmy Butler must be north of 32 points scored for Miami to win. Even if it gets evened up 2-2, LeBron James will catch it. Even if they came back from 2-2, he's going to catch it. So unfair. Yankees, Rays, Game 2 in San Diego. Dateline San Diego.
Yeah.
Padres, Dodgers, deep in the heart of Texas. And tomorrow, after another day of afternoon baseball all day again. We had it today. Get it again tomorrow.
Just enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're We're not going to have this all the time. Again, we want to thank so many people today who were part of the show. Very early on, we had Laird Veach, the athletic director for the University of Memphis, and those that donated to the Tigers in that original thing, all those season ticket holders, they will have first shot at 12,000 tickets that will be sold, single-game tickets, for the Central Florida game a week from Saturday. We want to thank Gabe Kuhn, Brent Beard down in Jacksonville, Jeff Moore, Bo Marchant, Ron Tillery. Oh, this was a fun show for sure. And then tomorrow, the hits keep on coming. TJ Reeves will be with us at 3:30, and he and I'm sure, will have a wager on Thursday's Bears-Bucks game. We're really looking forward to that. Steve Earhart will be with us tomorrow, and some surprises as well. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Napa know-how. At Napa, we've teamed